Hello, peoples. Blackwing2040 here, and I'm wearing my Superboy shirt today because this time it's time to review Superman. And give credit to my little brother. You know what? Come in the camera. Come on. Let the crowd see you. This is my little brother, and he's the big trumpet player here. So, thank you, my brother. So, we're going to be reviewing Superman, which starred Christopher Reeve, Margaret Kidder, Gene Hackman, Marlon Brando, so many people, I'm not going to remember the cast names, but Superman, the movie debuted in 1979, and this was a beautiful, beautiful film, and a beautiful way to launch Superman onto the big screen. And let me just start by saying Christopher Reeve is Superman. He is. No one else is Superman but him. And may he rest in peace. And I wish, some people wish he was still here, but even I do, because seeing all his films, I just like Christopher Reeve is Superman. He has the look, he has the charisma, he is Superman. So anyway, Superman starts off with and the music is composed by John Williams, who is the best composer ever, and this film was directed by Richard Donner, who was a great visionary for this film, and he did awesome. Now, Superman starts off with on the planet Krypton with Jor-El sending General Zod. Now, listen to these other two characters, Ursa and Nan. Those two characters, Ursa and Nan, were made specifically for the film. General Zod was already an original Superman villain, but Ursa and Nan were original characters that they used for the film. So they send those three Kryptonian criminals onto the Phantom Zone, and Krypton is on the verge of being destroyed. So of course Jor-El and Lara send their only son Kal-El into the ship, blast him off to planet Earth, and Krypton explodes. With that, Kal-El lands on Earth, being found by Martha Kent and Jonathan Kent, and they now call him Clark. Clark now is an 18-year-old guy who also lost Jonathan Kent due to a heart attack, and now he finds this crystal in the barn which was in the ship's capsule. This crystal was able to create the Fortress of Solitude, and from there he learned Kryptonian knowledge and learned who Jor-El was, and he learned where he came from. And within that time, 12 years went by. In his 20 year of age, he became Superman and became mild-mannered Clark Kent at the Daily Planet. So, I could say this Superman it's such a beautiful film. Such a beautiful film. Lois Lane is played by Margaret Kidder, and she was really, really good to play as Lois Lane. So kudos to Margaret Kidder. I love her work. And all I could say is just I don't know how to describe these Superman films. It's just they were so beautifully done, so epic to watch, so amazing to see, and it was just so beautiful. And the most memorable scene in this movie was when Lois Lane and Superman were flying together. That, bottom line, is the best memorable scene in that entire film. So Lex Luthor, who's the main baddie of this film, decides he wants to his plan is to send 2 rockets into the San Andreas fault line and send California into the depths of the ocean so he could create his own beachfront property. He also has his cohorts, Otis, who's a dim-witted henchman, and his mistress, Eve Tessmacher, who I have no idea has any use of this film in any way. She's one of those characters that she's just there, and she doesn't know which side to work for. It's just, she's siding with Lex for one moment, and then the other moment she helps Superman because one of the missiles is heading to Hackensack, New Jersey, because her motherlet's there, and she doesn't want Lex killing her mother. So I don't like it when they put characters who don't know what side to choose on. So anyway, Superman was able to stop the missile that was going to Hackensack, New Jersey, and he was able to. Well, he was too late to stop the missile that hit the San Andreas fault line, so he flew into the core, was able to lift the line up to put it back together. That's incredible because this is the late 70s, and back then they felt like Superman was able to do anything. When I mean anything, I mean almost, not almost, like literally everything. So he was able to. Oh, and by the way, this earthquake even made Hoover Dam explode. Like what? It cracked Hoover Dam open, literally. So Superman was able to save a village by clogging up the water, by creating another dam. He saved the Golden Gate Bridge from falling, but apparently he wasn't able to save Lois because she got caught in the crack that was coming down the road. Her car fell in. Superman got pissed, and then he flew in frustration, flew around the Earth, changing the Earth's rotation to turn back time, which is obvious. Everyone knows Superman could do that type of thing. Probably any superhero cartoon that you've seen, anyone has probably accomplished that feat before. So he was able to save Lois Lane, turn back time, and put Lex Luthor and Otis in jail. And of course, Lex Luthor, he thinks to him to being the greatest criminal mind of our time. Which I still think to this day he is not the greatest criminal mind ever, because he still has some flaws in his plans, and he's still a match for Superman, but he still can't defeat the Man of Steel to this day. Everyone knows Lex can always be beaten. Superman always triumphs. Oh yes, I almost forgot, there was kryptonite in this film. It was been used. Lex was able to find a meteor rock that was left from Krypton, which particles landed in a different country, so he was able to find a substance and form it into kryptonite and use it against Superman, but Miss Tessmacher removed it, saving his life, and then Superman was able to stop the missiles. But anyway, what did you guys think of Superman? I give this film a 4 out of 5 because it was really well done, so beautiful to watch, and it's just Christopher Reeve. It's Christopher Reeve. He's the main man of this film. He's the top dog of this film, and that's what I love so much. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section down below on what you think of Superman the movie. Until then, let me put the House of L logo onto the camera. I am Vengeance. I am Darkness. I am Blackwing. Stay golden.